Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I wanted to jump on and read, follow up some viewers' requests on the attacks on the two oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman. Of course, Pompeo the Secretary of State has come out and basically said this is Iran, an act of aggression from Iran. The Japanese Prime Minister was visiting Iran at the time. The two oil tankers that were attacked were on their way to Japan. So it just all seems really a little bit suspect. And of course, any of the comments and reactions to the news story, including Pompeo's press conference, there were reams and reams of comments distrusting Pompeo, distrusting the Trump government when it comes to Iran. I've actually it's been a long time since I've seen such cynicism against a government when it comes to something like this. So it just shows you how deep the mistrust of Trump actually goes, and anything that any of his cabinet heads actually say. So I wanted to get on and have a look. Was Iran responsible for these attacks? Is that footage that the US released legitimate? Was it somehow an attack, a covert attack that was undertaken by the US government and blaming Iran for it, escalating these tensions? What is the real agenda here? So let's start with with Iran. Did they actually attack those two oil tankers? Iran, did they actually attack? Did Iran attack the two oil tankers? Did Iran attack the two oil tankers? Iran attack. Okay, let's have a look. The signifier card is work. Somebody is undertaking painstaking work here. They are crafting something to leave some kind of legacy. They are challenged, though, by the Queen of Wands, which is intuition. Now, I made a comment that there were reams and reams and reams of feedback underneath the news posts from CNN, MSNBC. It really didn't matter where you were on the internet. The comments really, apart from the occasional Trumpster fan or Russian troll, it's hard to tell, most of the comments were distrusting whatever Pompeo or the Trump government was saying. I think people have an intuition here that something's not right with this whole Iranian aggression. Iran has been a thorn in the side, obviously, for quite some time, but the way that Trump has dealt with Iran, pulling out of the nuclear deal, and almost seemingly wanting to provoke a war, arming Saudi Arabia, etc., etc. We know the relationships that exist there. It's like we all know that something's not adding up. Let's keep going with the reading. Did Iran? Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups here as the foundation of the reading, and I'm going to get some clarifier cards on this. But the aces suggest some kind of fairly significant emotion that was generated. It's looking for an emotional response. Now, was that Iran looking to bait the US, or is this the US trying to provoke these feelings, to gain support, etc., etc.? Is this all part of this agenda that we saw a little bit of down in Venezuela? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But we do have theft and betrayal in the past here. There is more to this than meets the eye. I'll just bring the laptop down. Did Iran attack those boats? We're not convinced, let's put it that way. We're not convinced that they did. The King of Cups in the sky. This is really wanting someone to come forward as benign, as supportive, the great supporter, the great benign king, the great benign ruler. That's in the sky. Let's see what's in the immediate future. We've got fighting. And we've got obstacles and challenges here. Now, currently now we've got secrets to be revealed with this moon card. This is also a crisis of faith. It's also the sign of Cancer as well, the astrological sign of Cancer. And so we can put a July, perhaps a June, July time frame on something at this point in time. The environment around is support, circles of support, and I do feel this is Israel, United Arab Emirates, and the Saudis and the US. I feel that this is the pact to really, I think, draw out these factions, and this King of Cups suggesting that somebody wants to come out looking quite good from this. But let's keep going. The hopes and the fears, we've got some kind of offer being made, and we've also got surprise news. I wonder what this is all about. Okay, and we've got money, the 10 of Pentacles, which is my card for the Trump organisation. Obviously, this isn't the Trump organisation, but it's suggesting, I asked, did Iran undertake that attack? I'm not getting a clear yes on that. I'm more getting that this is a part of a actions really designed to really give somebody something in return, some kind of monetary. Yep, here we've got the dark money with the 3 of Pentacles. This is money changing hands behind the back door. This is seeming to suggest, yeah, the Lovers, deals being made. Okay, what's hidden from our view? Money loss here, or loss for somebody. This is about money. We asked, did Iran attack those tankers? I'm not getting a clear yes on that. I'm more getting in the outcome cards that there was some sort of deal for money behind closed doors. This was working together in some sort of team to really accomplish something, and there's a lot about this that we don't know. So I'll go to the next question. And I'll ask, is this a part of a Trump backdoor deal agenda with the Saudis, Israel, etc.? Now, I'm not sure how full those tankers were. There just didn't seem to. There's something off about it. Okay, let's have a look. Of course, we know we wouldn't put it past. We wouldn't put it past these backdoor deals, these back channels, etc., that we've known have existed. Was this some kind of deal agenda? The US with the Saudis, Israel? Was this some kind of backdoor deal, backdoor arrangement that these tankers were attacked, and to blame it on Iran? Was this the US in some way aligning with the Saudis, Israelis, United Arab Emirates, etc., to set Iran up? Is this a setup? Okay. So we've got Temperance as the signifier card. We've got Balance here. And it's challenged by victory. Somebody wants to win something. There's a victory at stake here. And it's challenging the balance of peace in the Middle East. We've got the Knight of Cups, some kind of offer that was made. In the past, we have loss with the 5 of Cups. Okay, and we've got what's in the sky. We've got the World here. This is something that is very significant on the world stage. The immediate future, though, we have commerce and expansion. Commerce and expansion. Of course, why are we not surprised? And this is to do with, we're playing for high stakes here. We've got the world card. Now, right now, we've got loss here for somebody. And we've got the environment around is the merchant here. I'm going to oil supplies, oil fields. In the hopes and fears, we've got something coming forward quite quickly and quite strongly. We've got judgment, something ending, someone being judged, and the Ace of Wands, new starts. The King of Swords, we've got the truth that will emerge. What's hidden from our view is this King of Cups here. I want to say with this reading that what it appears to me is that this attack on the tankers is making up for a loss. Somebody's lost something in the past. Balance in the Middle East is being threatened by somebody wanting to win something. There has been an offer of seduction here to somebody. The stakes are quite high. We're playing for commerce and expansion at the global level. There is, at the moment though, there is loss here for somebody. That's interesting. It could be lost for Trump because I'm feeling that Trump came into the reading with, he is not, the fact that Pompeo came out and nobody believed him. The fact that we can't trust a thing that Trump says, it's very hard to believe the US when the US says that they have footage. We've got someone being judged, harshly judged, and somebody wanting the truth. What's hidden from our view is this King of Cups wanting to come forward, somebody wanting to come forward as benign and supportive. Of course, war in the Middle East wouldn't would suit Trump's agenda, wouldn't it? But it's not working. That's what these cards seem to say. So, look, I can't say that Iran didn't attack those tankers. I'm not getting that clearly. But what I am getting is that there's something murky with that moon card. There's something here that we're not fully across. These are agendas around global commerce and expansion. Now, and Iran is being set up in some way. So whether they attacked or not, Iran is being set up. Let's have a look if the Saudis, because I wouldn't put it past the Saudis, whether or not the Saudis were responsible for this attack. So I haven't looked at the footage that the US has produced. I just know that news reports are quite just... They're not accepting anything at face value that's coming out of the US government, which is interesting. US releases video, it says, shows Iranian military recovering mine from oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman. Now, this is the ABC, our ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Commission, so we can see a degree of skepticism even in Australia in relation to what the US is putting out. It seems very odd that while the Iran was hosting a visit from the Japanese Prime Minister, that they would attack a Japanese-owned freighter. It just seems very, very odd. The other freighter was a Norwegian-owned ship. Okay, so I'm just having a look here, and yeah, Central Command, your Central Command issued black and white footage and still photographs showing the Iranian vessel as well as what it said was damage to the hull of the Japanese ship. Yep. The statement did not specify how the video and images were obtained, but said US military aircraft were in the area following the attack. Such imagery is often difficult to declassify, and its release appeared to show US efforts to convince the international community of Iran's culpability. You can hear the cynicism in that news report by our Australian Broadcasting Commission. So, one thing is clear from this reading is that there appears to be a setup of Iran. Let's ask if the Saudi Arabia was responsible in any way for these attacks. Was Saudi Arabia, or have they been? Is there a back channel between Saudi Arabia and Trump and Kushner in relation to provoking hostilities with Iran? Is there a back channel? Is there a back channel between the Trump White House and Saudi Arabia to provoke Iran? Saudi Arabia, Israel to provoke Iran, and the Trump White House. Let's have a look at that. So we've got some kind of truth needing to come out on this with that page. What's challenging it is money news. We've had Kushner and his $90 million offshore investment coming through here. Let's keep going. The foundation of the reading is the Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords. I think this is probably where we're going to come out. Yep, here's our Moon card. Secrets to be revealed. What's in the air? What's in the sky? This is the Hanged. It seems to me that plans aren't going anywhere. As I said, we've got such widespread mistrust and distrust, I should say, of the Trump White House and anything that comes out of the Trump White House. It's getting very difficult for them to peddle their lies. Now, the immediate future, we've got the Empress, which is usually my card for Russia. Now that's interesting. Russia making an appearance because we know Russia's aligned with Iran. Who stands to gain? Who stands to gain here? All right, so we've got some kind of plan put in place. And we've got the Emperor card, which is my card for Trump. The Autocrat. The Autocrat, some kind of plan in place. Autocrat seems to include Russia here. In the fears position, we've got some kind of restriction. I feel Trump is being restricted. And we've got disappointment. Okay, disappointment, I think, for Trump. That really, I think we all know that there's the truth needs to emerge here. And it's the truth around the Middle East. It's not just Russia, it's the Middle East as well. And we've got financial loss here. Okay, and here we have our Chariot, which is coming forward quite strongly, signifying both the High Priestess and the Chariot have come forward. Now, that as signifying the Middle East. Okay, so these readings are starting to... they're starting to follow one another. It would appear that there is a back channel here between, according to my cards, according to this tarot reading, between the Trump White House and the Saudis, potentially Israel as well, certainly the Saudis, and that this focus on Iran, this trying to convince us that Iran is a bad, well, they well could be, a bad actor, and that the US must come to everybody's rescue and subdue Iran. It's all part of a Saudi and Israel, possibly Israel, Saudi, United Arab Emirates. It's all part of an agenda here that has been in the planning for quite some time. What is interesting here is Russia's appearance, because as I said, Russia is aligned with Iran. I did have a thought the other day that how would this benefit? How would this situation, Trump taking on Iran, how would this benefit Russia? general instability, I guess, in the world. Perhaps instability in the US obviously benefits Russia. Okay, so Russia made that appearance there. Let's ask. It's sort of like the plan within a plan within a plan for Vladimir Putin. All right. This is part of Putin's plan to further weaken, cause distrust in the US. This is part of a Putin plan as well. Because someone pointed out that Putin is quite close to the United Arab Emirates Prince MBZ. It's like who's aligned, who's really aligned with whom? Okay, so this part is the US tension with Iran, the Iranian tension with the US. Is this part of a Putin plan within a plan? Part of a Putin plan. This US-Iranian tension, part of a Putin plan. I'm getting a bit of a hit on that we need to go round into a wider circle here. But anyway, you saw it. We've got the Mother Russia card coming forward straight away. Why is Russia challenged? Okay, it's around money here and independence, the sanctions. Okay, let's keep reading. The signifier card is Russia here. What is the challenge here is Russia's financial independence and having enough financial resources to stay independent. I've got the Star of Hope here as the foundation card. So I feel that this is a directly related to undermining the US. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, of course, we've got in the past position. This Knight, I saw a picture of another deck today where the Knight was actually quite small in the saddle. And the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that goes into something without really knowing what they're going into. There's almost a naiveness and a smallness about this Knight in some ways. A very courageous Knight, but it's not the King of Pentacles. That's in the past. What's in the sky is restriction. I feel this is around, again, trying to free Russia up. This is about finances. Was this a plan within a plan to further destabilize the US? The immediate future is we've got the Four of Cups. There was disappointment, I feel, around the sanctions not lifting, and the current situation is fighting, causing fights, causing factionalism, causing obstacles and challenges. Pitting one against the other. I do feel this is a Putin plan. The environment around, of course, is the Queen of Pentacles again. Stability, wanting financial stability here, and we've got the hopes and fears. I do feel Russia is juggling. I think news reports or even intel coming out of Russia is. Putin's Putin's popularity is falling, and it's largely around not being able to deliver. Russia's money's tied up in these aggressive acts across the world, and the actual Russian people are not getting what they want. So, balance is the outcome, upsetting the balance. Let's see what the clarifier is. The Lovers, okay, deals here. We've got deals, okay, alliances between various people. And we've got the Eight of Wands, things coming forward very, very quickly, okay. And this was a plan, okay. This is a plan of some long-standing. It's a strategy. It's a plan and a strategy. I think from that reading... Somehow, this situation benefits Vladimir Putin, and I feel because the Angel of Balance came forward again, which is I feel this has been this is well, I feel that it's confirmation that in some way this situation suits Vladimir Putin, even though and Russia, even though that Russia is an ally of Iran. Something's not quite right here. There are plans within plans, I feel. And I feel that this is a further destabilization of the US. What is your government doing? What, leaving Trump there, for God's sake? What's Bolton doing? I mean, well, he would love the war, wouldn't he, with Iran? Let's just see, is Trump being played by Putin, further played by Putin in this? What are the Republicans stand to achieve on this? Okay, well, I guess if there was a war, Trump comes forward and he's the strong man, etc. But it's not working this time. We saw from the readings it's not working. People are so distrustful that they're just not accepting what comes out of that White House as truth. Is Trump being played by Putin? Is Trump being played by Putin? Okay, let's have a look. The Magician card, seeming to suggest that that he is. What is Putin challenged by? Okay, well, victory here and celebration. Okay, victory. Okay, what is Putin being challenged by? The growing momentum to hold Trump accountable. There's also something around Mar-a-Lago with this card as well. I wonder whether that has been part, whether or not there's been communications at Mar-a-Lago through the various through the various people that come and go there. Okay. Page of Wands here. This is somebody starting out on a fairly inspired journey. It's only a page, though. See, I feel quite strongly that Putin's plan hasn't worked. Yeah, it hasn't, because in the past, we've got the Death card here, which has got a bearing on this reading, suggesting that Trump's presidency is unraveling. Okay, circles of support. Is Trump being played? He's compromised. This is the card of pretty heavy forces weighing down on someone, and having to make decisions and having to almost compromise. The current situation is the Fool. Now, the Fool, this is risky. In this context, it's a risky thing that Trump is involved in. It's compromising him. Okay, it is to do with the harvest, the environment around. Something hasn't transpired the way it should have. I feel that this is the lifting of the sanctions. It was a risky plan. Yeah, okay. He is chained to Putin. Is he being played? He's not only being played, he's chained to him. And we've got the Ten of Wands, suggesting that this is an uphill battle now that Trump and Putin are trying to fight, because Trump's presidency, he can't deliver, with the Hanged Man there, and we've got the Queen of Cups coming out again, suggesting that there is more to be revealed. Okay, and what have we got? hidden from our view is endings and beginnings on a world stage. Okay, so suffice to say, I'll be interested to hear viewers' comments. This is not straightforward at all. You can see from the readings the ambiguity that's there. You can see some of the potential insights that may or may not be correct. Did Iran attack those tankers? Well, there's that footage there, but why on earth, when the Japanese Prime Minister has gone to Iran to show some support from the Western world for Iran and staying within that nuclear agreement, even though the US has pulled out, why on earth would Iran attack a Japanese ship in the Gulf of Oman while the Prime Minister is there? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, just a quick yes, no, because I didn't get a good hit on that question, just that things aren't what they seem. Did Iran attack that Japanese ship? Let's just ask that. Did Iran... I'm kidding. Did Iran attack the Japanese ship? Did Iran... Yeah, I'm getting a no. Okay, there's some kind of truth that's likely to come out on this. Secrets to be revealed. There's a whole lot we don't know about this. There's some kind of victory or celebration here, or the needing to win something. Got the Page of Wands that came forward again. It's some kind of inspired plan, project. We've got the downfall of somebody, the Ten of Swords. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that's Trump. And we've got the American voters here, straight underneath the Four of Wands, suggesting that this plan. I'll keep going. Loans and debts, money here, of course. It always comes forward. No, they didn't. Queen of Swords. Some kind of truth will emerge regarding this with the Page and the Queen there. I feel that this is around agendas here. In the Middle East, Russia made the appearance. We've got the Democrats and essentially Trump's presidency unraveling. Potentially he's at rock bottom. What's hidden from our view? The Emperor, which is Trump. No, I don't think so. I don't think they did. Am I right? I don't know. This wasn't an easy reading. However, you saw the cards there, and there's certainly food for thought. This is quite a diabolical, situation here. I feel that there's going to be something coming forward with that reading, perhaps on this whole situation. There's some kind of truth to come out on this. So watch this space. I'll leave it there, viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you.